What's going on, everybody? It's currently 5 a.m. and I am on daddy duty right now, watching my baby. Just fed her and put her to sleep, and so I gotta be up. And what better way to spend my morning before everyone else is up than to learn how an E30 gauge cluster works. So, what we're going to be doing is using this spare one that I have that's already pulled from an E30. And what better way to learn how a gauge cluster works than to tinker and, pull it apart, see what's under the hood. All of this is operational from what I understand. Everything works, and so we're gonna unpack this a little bit, get inside it, get a sense of what goes on inside a gauge cluster, how the gears work, because I have a few E30s and they have a broken odometer that doesn't work. So I want to get to the bottom of how to fix this, and then maybe see if I can get the ones that aren't running operational. I've heard it can be a tedious job, but we have one good one right here to just play with, and so I figured why not. I'm also sitting here monitoring some auctions, some beauties that we got ending today, especially this turbocharged M635 CSI. Oof, and a supercharged 318IS. God, amazing. Anyway, let's get up in this. I'm gonna time lapse some of the footage. Let me zoom out here. Hopefully you get a good vantage point. I just have a little multi-tool here, a free one that I got from a friend. So hopefully this is enough. If not, I'll go grab some more tools and we can get cracking. So check it out. Let's just start by making some observations. Now there's no plastic glass or whatever you want to call it over the front, so I can access everything. There is another piece of plastic that covers the odometer and the tripometer, but everything else I can kind of touch. So you can see the tach moves nice and smooth, so does the miles per gallon. And then I can play with the gas gauge and the temp gauge respectively. I can even press the tripometer, twist it around a bit. The check light right there, all the inspection lights and stuff down here. So yeah, when we look around this, what do we got? We've got a BMW logo right here. We've got some arbitrary stamped codes here, and I don't know what these mean. They don't correspond to a VIN or anything. Yeah, it might just be part number. BMW 06 1377368 3.86 001. I'm not sure what any of that means, honestly. There are also some little holes here with some codes. Don't know what these mean either. TE12, TE34, TE3, TE5, and TA2. I'll have to maybe do some quick research as we do this. So I got my computer pulled up here to take a look, but nothing else other than that. It's funny that out of the factory, some shitty spray going on here. Oh, my wife's also up. In any case, let's go ahead and flip it around to the back side. So what we've got is a whole plethora of things made in Germany, so we know it's authentic. I mean, there's BMW logos stamped everywhere on the back. Some of this looks like it's in German too. I don't know what sticker and codier means. I'm guessing coder. These are all the bulbs. So we've got little inserts for all the bulbs in the front, like the parking brake, brake lining, brake light, oil lamp, battery life, your I think the check engine light's on this side, the inspection light in the middle, and other stuff. Your fog lamp, I think, or fog light on that side. So I think this cluster is from my early model, if I remember correctly, because the tachometer goes to 5,000 RPMs, which I believe corresponds to, I believe a M20B27, I want to guess. As far as the bulbs go, I think you can just twist these out or pull them out. Okay, I guess it's not that easy. I thought they'd be relatively simple. Oh, actually, here, this one's wiggling out. So maybe, oh yeah, okay, so if you twist clockwise, the bulb comes out just like that. So right now I pulled out the battery bulb, which is indicated by a battery sign here, and there's a little groove that lets you stick it back in and twist it counterclockwise to lock it back in. Yep, nice and simple. So that's how all the bulbs work. There's another bulb in the middle. I believe that's the check engine light bulb. A lot of people commonly delete these to get rid of the lights altogether because sometimes the lights stick. I have a feeling I'm going to do that for my brake lining light because I can't get it to go away. You've got your turn signals up here as well as your headlight, your high beam. So let's get up in this. Let's go ahead and jump right in, as we say. So I'm going to take a Phillips head, a little miniature Phillips head, and get to pulling this apart from the outside. So let's open each of these up. We're gonna go this way. In hindsight, I would have used a little bit. I would have used a different tool. This one's not the best choice. But let's go ahead and time lapse this. So one screw. Hi, babe. There's also one in the middle. Okay, we've got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws off so far, off the outer edges and in the center. Now there's 2 tabs on the bottom here that I believe need to be flicked out, but we can relatively easily just pull this back. With the exception of the 2 tabs, it just kind of pops open pretty easily from those screws, and then check that out. So we've got the faceplate here, right? With everything still intact. We'll put that aside. And here we got the goods. Boom. Here's your full inside view of the gauge cluster. So again, everything is still intact. All of the bulbs are still intact, with the exception of this one. Now, what happened to that? That get pulled out with this piece? That's interesting. Maybe some of the bulbs were missing, which is perfectly fine. Or there are no bulbs for those. There should be. Or maybe not. Maybe this is a cluster built to that spec of the BMW, but check that out. That's pretty neat. Now, my biggest thing is getting behind these 2 pieces, because it's very common for the odometer and speedometer to die. So I really want to see the gears. Whoa, check that out. Right in there, you can actually see. Let's see if we can actually play around with that. Can we? I'm gonna get behind it first, and then we'll take a look. All right. So there are now an additional 1, 2, 3, 4 screws here, and 1, 2, 3 screws on this side. And there are smaller Phillips head, but I got a pretty universal tool here that I can get these out with. So let's go ahead and take that off. So these are smaller than the other ones. You can see the size difference here. I don't know sizing for screws, so, and I'm probably gonna lose these, so we're gonna throw them right in here. Throw them all right in there. So not lose anything. Okay, let's go back. Imagine that these 2 bolts on the side will probably need to be removed too, so let's go ahead and pop these out. I don't know if that's even worth doing. We're just learning as we go here, so if I'm pulling anything out that I don't need to, I'm gonna find out. For science. this just let us, so I got those screws out, but it's not like it's pulling out that easily. So let's see if from the front we can wiggle some things. So we're definitely wiggly. It's just, we're not completely out yet. Ah, nice. Okay, we got our tachometer out. Now the tach, pretty simple, man. Just some boards here, still smooth. We'll put the tach aside because it doesn't seem like I can do anything more to this other than check out. So, there's the juice. There's a motor in there, a small motor that spins this. Very, very simple unit. That's amazing. Didn't realize how simple that was. Now the goods. So this I have to be careful with because I don't want to break the odometer. Let's see, I might have to unlatch that little green piece. I got heavy hands, so sometimes I break stuff along the way. It's okay, this is for science. Okay, there are two tabs here, this green piece that I need to, okay. So let's unplug whatever this is so that we can release the speedometer and tripometer. Here we go. A little sticker fell off. That's fine. Wow, this is sweet. I've never been under the hood of one of these, but really simple. Another small motor behind the temperature gauge, and the same exact thing behind the gas gauge. Awesome. So we'll put that aside too. We don't need either of those. The things we're actually concerned with are right here. Everything's right here. So this is getting exciting. Check this out. This is the speedometer, right? And this is fully operational from what I know. Right here, made in Germany. We've got a few things stamped here. I don't know what they mean, but I'm assuming part numbers. And then we got 4 little black grommets that you can pull off. I imagine that will let us unplug some stuff. So we'll go ahead and pull those 4 little rubber grommets off. See if we can jiggle some things. What's attached here? There are gears back here. Wow. Okay. So this isn't, it's pretty firm. I don't want to snap anything. But let's see if this is easily removable. Look, if we gotta break stuff, we gotta break stuff. But first you gotta look around to see. So changing these faceplates is actually quite simple. There's 2 little flathead screws here. I'm not interested in changing the face of the gauge, but if you ever wanted to do it, you gotta get this far, and then this just peels right off. And you can change this to anything as long as the speed, the max, whatever, miles per hour, whatever you want to call it, matches the same faceplate. Boom, you could just stick it right on, or I think there's ones that are cut out that let you just glue them right on top of these, which is awesome. That's pretty cool. You just gotta make sure you line it up correctly. Okay, so we've got something here. What is this bad boy? Click, 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 click. This is the, this is for resetting the tripometer. Yeah, so this engages. It's a little clicker that resets your trip. Nice. Okay, so let's look around. We've got some screws here. We've got a little copper wire, lots of wiring, copper wiring here, and it's glued. I'm guessing that is for, I don't know, something, must tension all of this in. But this piece right here is pretty stubborn. I'm guessing, oh, if I pull back, I can actually, there's little tabs. Okay, so let's see, let me pull back on these tabs. That comes up. Now this side, how do you release the other side though? Maybe a little firm pull. Oh, there's screws, okay. So there's a screw, that's not connected though, so let me just give it a tug. I just don't like breaking stuff, and so, yeah, that thing is connected to a screw. There's 4 screws here. I'm gonna release the top 2 with my little handy dandy tool. It's been a dream. Alright, so let's get in here. Oh. Tiny screw. Alright, another little guy. Pop that in there. I don't know if that even helped me, but it should have. Let's see, let's try this one too. I think that's just for this faceplate though, so that one won't matter. Now this plastic piece, I'm gonna wedge a screwdriver in between. I think this might be like a feature that they have to prevent odometer discrepancies, because there's a little piece of this copper wire that's running behind this plastic piece that might be connected to this piece, although I'm not sure. All of that looks pretty sturdy, so I'm gonna try to get around this. I mean, if I gotta break it, I gotta break it. I'm not planning on using this thing. Oh, getting a little leverage here. Yeah, this piece is like, the piece is like really well connected. So here's the area that I'm having a problem with. These 2 tabs, these 2 plastic tabs, there's one here and one here that snaps this board into place, where we pulled those 4 grommets, sorry. And I'm trying to get around that, so I'm trying to pull this little board off. To pull it off, giving it tension isn't really helping, because this little plastic piece is connected to this copper wire piece. Now I took that screw out to see if that would let me effectively release this plastic piece, but it seems like we might have to pull this other screw and pull that entire copper wire piece all together. So let's pull that little screw off, see if that lets us in. It's amazing that a Phillips head screwdriver is the only thing that I've needed so far in terms of tooling to get this far. We're also at a 24-minute video, which is fine. So, see if we can jiggle some things. Alright, that's also very firm. Maybe I can, so there's the odometer. These things, I believe, spin. I just want to figure out how to change those numbers. Might have to take these flathead pieces off, and then we can spin the gears a bit. Oh, I can spin the gears right now. So I can actually access that with my finger, but it's not doing anything. A little gooey. So right in there, you can actually feel the gears and turn them. It's not resulting in anything, which I'm assuming is because this side is where the gears engage with that motor. So it seems to be a servo motor here or something. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and take these screws off too. You can always watch the video and redo anything that I've done so far. Everything seems reversible so far. It's kind of nice. All right, last one. Okay, got those 4 screws off. Now, as I suspected, it's just a little faceplate for this motor, which spins, but it doesn't move what we want it to move. So either the odometer here is just stuck at 276,000 miles, or we got to get further in to be able to do anything more. Oh, look, this metal piece is moving. Ah, wait, we got some movement. Okay, here we go. We've got some movement. So this whole piece is now unlatched. Can you see that? This, with those 4 screws, this entire piece became unscrewed, but still tight on the other side. So let me see if I can move around it a bit. Ooh, don't want to break anything. Yeah, there's a piece of metal in between that that's preventing me from getting all the way inside. Maybe I gotta go to the right and left. Yeah, it's not the easiest. So let's see. It's just the resistance is right in the middle. So I wonder if this can disconnect somehow. This has to be the feature that prevents you from creating an odometer discrepancy. Oh, there's also yeah, so spinning this does nothing. I'm guessing that's broken. Let's see. Like I said, I'll break it if I have to. Oh, look. Oh, I'm getting something. Okay, so if I pull hard enough. Yeah. Okay. We're getting in. It's just, we're pulling on this metal piece, which I'm reluctant. I think this might be a feature. All right, so I'm tugging on this metal that's connected to this board. I think if I pull any harder, I'm gonna break it. But we're really just connected now by these 2 little metal strips back here, if you can see them. And they're connected to this board and the plastic piece here that leads to the odometer and tripometer. So either I've screwed this up and I've broken it already by pulling on it too much, or I can still shove it back in and be good. In any case, I think we're at the end game here because I can't do any more. Oh, yes I can. There are 4 flathead screws inside here that'll let me access the core of this. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna give this a pull. It's really, really tight. For science. All right. Yeah, that has to lead somewhere. Okay. I say we clip that. Or unlatch these two wires here. So it's leading to these two right here. Those are soldered in. And because they're soldered in, I'm not getting anywhere else. So I think I'm gonna have to snip those or get them resoldered later. But let's see if we can grab another tool here. That's a file. So we want to get something to cut these with, or might be able to use something else in here. Oh, there's scissors. Wow. Well, let's see if we can just cut it. All right. Just gonna snip it off, you guys. There we go. Got one. Now I'll get the other. Because we can just resolder that if needed. I just want to get this completely unlatched. I'm gonna break my scissors here. Pretty sure it's fine. This is a free multi-tool. Oh, it's still kicking. All right. There we go. Okay. So where was the problem area? This piece right here was connected. These two pieces right here, which were these prongs. And I pulled pretty hard, but that was legitimately what was keeping it together. And then here's that copper wire thing. I believe because I broke these, it's now officially a odometer discrepancy. So be very careful when you pull these apart, because I don't think you can easily reattach these. Or if you can, there will be indications that you messed around with the gauge. It's fine. This was just a spare part that I had. So here we go. There's some stuff here within, and this thing is no longer falling back to zero, probably because I tugged on this. But we have access to the back. And now what we'll do is, let's get these prongs out of the way, so don't poke me. This spins, these gears spin, but they're not moving the miles. This still clicks, and it looks like it's moving the tripometer a little bit, but we want to get inside. So let's take off these 4 screws here. Those are flatheads. I don't think this thing has a flathead screwdriver within it, does it? I'd be surprised. Let's see if this knife can do it. Might not be skinny enough. Ooh. Oh, be careful. I'll cut myself. Yeah, I'm gonna need something else. Give me a second. maybe a skinnier knife here. No. Damn it. It's gotta be another. I think there might be a. What's in the middle? Oh, the scissors. Why is there a... Why is there this but not a flathead? A good micro tool. Okay, so still working. This might be blunt enough. Oh, come on. Oh, I don't have anything flat, man. Come on. All that only to return to this. How about a coin? That's skinny enough. Ugh. Little pain in my butt. Oh. Oh. I have an idea. Metal credit card. Alright, this is a pain in the ass. I need a flathead screwdriver. Give me a sec. of all things, a little flathead from my watches. Hoping this works. Please tell me this works. Is it turning? Can't tell. Oh, it's just spinning the plastic. Come on. It's just spinning the plastic on the... Hold on. Technically this should work. No, why are you doing that? Okay. This is not working either. Damn it. If I had something to grip it. What can I use? Maybe I can... Why would I get stuck here on some fucking screws? Literally the easiest part. Let's see if we... It doesn't... Damn it. Why would they make everything a Phillips head and then you get to this part and now it's all of a sudden a flathead? What's the point of making everything a Phillips head and then fucking when you get to the core of things, they all of a sudden switch to flathead? Son of a bitch. Okay. I have to run down to the car, so be right back.